A beast? Bloody hell. And Tamara, was she hurt? A beauty? What the devil do you mean? A bit further. Follow me. A fight? What are you talking about? A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontard Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad without one. A pact? What the bloody hell? A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there. A Pella? Old Coot lives near Blackbow. And there's a cunning woman in Midcopse, but I know little about her. She's only recently arrived. A word once given. Ah! 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 Fuck! Ah! Ah! What now? Ah, horse bugger, you blind! I know what you think already. You've no need to repeat it. Ah, quit your carping, smart-ass. Someone wagered him, and we played. If anyone was desperate, it was the bugger's former master. Ah, right, the Witcher! Come, drink with me! Pale as a ghost you are. Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute. Oh, thank the gods for that. So, Annie, what happened to her? Ah, there it is. A snifter. You won. A man's only as good as his word. Take the card. I fear Velen's short on worthy opponents. Boat builder in Oroton might be one. There was also an old soothsayer. Lived east of here, near the windmill, last I heard. Well, what of Anna? Aha! A defender of the downtrodden. Greetings. Ah, a topic for another time. I'm to look at the room or not? And if it goes garrety, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it. And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna. And making piss-poor progress. And my women? Anna, quiet as a mouse as ever. And Tamara, occupied with her things, nothing unusual. And prove a good father to her. And she's a servant to these crones. What the devil does that mean? And the other way? And them, the frilly ones, are called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. And you? Where do you think you're going? Anna and I. It wasn't as it seemed. Seems. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. Any news for me? Any who might have? They've been eating dirt long since. Ardo! Are you out of your fucking mind? Ah, a witcher. Should have expected as much. Ah, do what you will. I shall take my men and go. Ah, sod it all. I see all my prattlings for naught. You won't bring Anna home, I know that. Will you betray to me how she landed in that bloody swamp? Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today. Ah! As ever, first one to the tower. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story. Attended a few, me and my Annie. Aye, strange, but he gave us no other. Aye, we tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and the pillar instead. Aye, though I feel something's not right with him. Be quick. And me, what am I to do in the meantime? Beautiful eyes, green, like her mother's. Before the war, there was a distillery nearby, best in Velen. but the whoresons burnt it to the ground. Besides, Velen's naught but swamps and marshy woodland. Plenty of hard-to-find nooks. If you're looking to hide someone, this is the place. Black magic? Are you balmy? I made it for her. Just as you deserve, you ploughing scumbags. Bloody hell. You killed my child. Bloody hell, not now, Geralt. Let's do what we must. Bloody hell. What happens when it gets ploughing restless? Bring it on, Whoreson! Come here! But what do you want to do with it? But compared to this, all that was a rabbit's prick alongside a great oak. And the guilt is all mine. But how does it know? But I've changed. Ask anyone. Geralt, come, tell her. But since you come here having perpetrated that bloodbath, I assume you've something important to discuss. But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this, lies with me. But then I thought one tough cocker if he bested that lot of cutthroats. Man like him could prove useful. But No, that's impossible. By the powers of earth and sky. By the world that was to be your home. Came home one day and Anna was gone. Her things too. Found a letter. She wrote that she didn't love me. That she'd left me for that knob licker and taken Tamara with her. Cannot fathom how we survived those years. But we did. Though as you know now, not everything was as it might have seemed. Can't deny that. Doesn't make it any easier to live with, though. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresons blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it. Ciri, that's why you've come, isn't it? Ciri told me of the girl's parents, what they'd decided. So I decided not to send the lass home. Clear to see. I'm pleased you like it. Had them prepare a bath for you once you've eaten, and you could do with some sleep. Come, don't deny me this embrace. Come now, we must bury it. We'll speak afterwards. Come to Crow Perch for your pay. Common folk see witches, wizardry, devils, and who knows what the fuck else every which way they turn. Content? What is this tripe, Witcher? What in bloody blazes is she doing in that swamp? Couldn't afford a thing of that sort, so I made the doll with me own hands. Crowns, fuck me. What will these hayseeds think of next? Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Dea most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free. Damn thing's gonna bite me! Calm it down! Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. Damn brute! Dark hair, thick as tar. Keeps it tied up in a bun. Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave? Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace. Doesn't it? Time's taken a bit of a toll, but overall it continues to impress. Done. But if I win, I take your sword. Done poking around? Don't be rash. Make sure it's the only way. Don't just stand there, ploughing, do something! Don't stare, I've not grown horns. Treat it as a token of my good faith. Don't you mention my daughter! You took her, didn't you? Admit it! Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is no more, there's naught left to betray. Every man ran to save his skin, even were he to break his neck. Exactly. Fair warning, he's a hard man to talk to. Rumour has it he killed his own father with an axe as a lad, then went batty. Now they say he sees ghosts and ploughs his goat. Fall in, with the swamp to cross and those cursed crowns to hunt down. Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. Fear not. All will be well. Felt like I'd been rammed in the arse by a horse. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs. For Temeria! For their return, I want everything to be as they left it. Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace. Fuck it! I don't blow and care, hear me? You killed my child! Fuck thinking, just help me. I'll gather my men and ride to Downwarren. Once you've mulled it over, join us there. Fuck you! Fucking get over here! Funny story, actually. I won him in a game of cards. Geralt, good you've arrived. Can't draw any meaning from this rabble's bawling. Perhaps they talk some sense after a few lashes. Geralt, good you've arrived. I've trouble drawing any sense from their canting. Should give 'em a taste of the whip to bring 'em in line, 'cause... Get out before I set my hounds on you. Go plough yourself. Kill me if you must. I've nothing to live for anyway. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else. Good enough. Gretka in the nook behind the hearth. You in the guest room opposite the kitchen. Gretka, she's safe and sound. Helps out in the kitchen. Guard! This man's under my protection. No one's to bother him in any way. Ha! A man after my own heart. With Foltest dead and Natalis whereabouts unknown. Bloody hell, who's a loyal Temerian to drink to these days? Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard one. She flew into a fit, hysteria, threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. Ha! True indeed. I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there. Right. More likely some mad old wenches making mincemeat of peasant minds. Ha ha! I'm always in the mood for Gwent. Ha ha! None whatsoever. Only my word. Ha 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 ha! We've a hero in our midst. Ha 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 ha! Hardly. It was like this. I asked what they called him. He sat there, not saying a thing, trying to stick a toe up his nose. Haven't always led this pack of jesters. Served in the Temerian army once. He has a corner in the stables. I'll tell my men not to give you trouble. What could possibly be so interesting about a doll, Witcher? Sharp you are. Right you are. Here it is. Damn it! Jammed again. Here's the spot. I've heard of a dwarf in Novigrad. Zoltan... surname escapes me. And there's a travelling cobbler who clings to the Nilfgaardians like he was the stench from their foot wrappings. I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion. I guess you've no reason to lie. Come back once you've found out how. If it'll help you find your daughter, I'd be a pure bastard to refuse. Take him? Yes. Anna began wearing it a time ago. As you will. But I'll not sit here dry if you don't mind. How? How do you know she's safe? You see her at least? How do you like it here in Velen? How many times I apologised. How many armfuls of blooms and gifts I brought. She cared not a bit. 2 years of her anger had turned to indifference, broken at times by her bouts of hysteria and my bouts of drunkenness. How on earth did she land there? How was I not to? I was a soldier. I had no choice. How'd she react? Fine. A word once given. Fine. But I shall go with you. The doors are locked. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I do. And what's more, I usually win. If you've a deck, sit down. Outplay me, and I'll give you one of my unique cards. How's that for enticement? I do. I don't believe you! I have not, true. But I'd change. I'd be different. If only she'd return. If only they'd both come back. I heard you, which is why I could use your aid. I don't know nothing about this. That night, I was drunk, don't remember a thing. They were gone by the time I awoke. I knew. She'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. I know a hermit, a very wise man with a gift for healing. Met him some time past. Lives in the Blue Mountains. I shall take her there. I know who you are. I know who you are. Believe I also know why you've come. I know who you are. Truth be told, it's the only reason we're talking. I know you're in there! I must do something. I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter. I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once. I pay no heed to peasant babbling. I pity any bastard who's hurt her. I'll flay him alive. I propose an exchange. Find my loved ones, and I shall tell you about the girl you seek. All I know. I regret your loss. Commiserate. But you see, it so happens my wife and daughter are missing as well. I said already, I know who you are. Truth be told, it's the only reason we're talking. I see you whining, pricklicker. I shall try. I must. Life is pointless without her and Anna. I've nothing to lose. I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. I understand. But you see, it so happens my wife and daughter are missing as well. I want to go get Anna. Free her. Bring her back. I don't believe she's there willingly. I went from front to front, battle to battle, collecting soldiers' coin, while Anna sat alone with the babe for months. Later, I learned she'd not been so alone after all. For nearly 3 years she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend, a dog's bunghole. I will not touch drink. I will find the hermit, and once she is herself again, we will find you. I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I'd hardly need you if I knew. I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak. If Anna were to see someone, she'd choose the peller, not the woman. Anna was wary of strangers, newcomers. If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress. I'll gather my men. I'll never know which blooms would please my second daughter most. Damn shame. I'll not let a stranger pour through their belongings. I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter? I'll show you, you mangy mutt! I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold. I'll wait with you. I'm content that you finally see that. I'm grateful. Take this, call it enticement, and this might prove useful. I'm listening. What do you come to me with? I'm sorry, Annie. For everything. I'm sorry. In spite of all that blabbering about how cultured the nation is, in this hole, this Reesty mire, nothing could go right here. In Vizima, now those were balls. Incidentally, what of my Annie? Learned anything? Into fucking what? It landed right in front of us. I thought we'd breathed our last. It lay there. A tiny thing. Defenceless. On bloodied sheets. Dead. And it was my doing. It was one battle to the next. One conflict after another. It was a life of war. I was seldom home, and I found comfort in drink. Grew so fond of hooch, I couldn't part with it when I did get home. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. It worked. It stopped. It's grown cold. Come, we'll talk inside. It's a girl. What would Anna have named her? It's no secret. I was a Temerian soldier. My unit smashed at the war's start. Soon after, we'd lost hope of regrouping, driving the foe back. It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could, I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you. But go with me and I'll be generous with what I do have. Very generous. I've not been a good father, I know, but perhaps it's not too late. I've nothing to lose. I've told you already. A topic for another time. Just who do you think you've brought me, man? That's not me daughter. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle. Lass. We must go there at once, Geralt. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Later, I learned she'd come from the swamp. Leave me be. Your pay will await you at Crow Perch. Collect it there. Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt. Likely Anna agreed to stay with him. Care for him out of the kindness of her heart. Good as gold, that one. Always. Look! Look at that. Didn't even stay for tea. Lying prick! Make yourself at home. Many have lost loved ones here. Some their wives, others their daughters. Maybe all is not yet lost. She's in Oxenfurt, you say? Well, maybe she hasn't left. Maybe she'll hear me out. Maybe you can tell. Is he man or beast? My men call him Umar, claim he's a monster. But seems to me he's a man. Just hideous as Ardle's shit. Meaning? Merciful gods! My men are a horde of whoresons, but they know their place. One of them so much as looked at Anna or Tamara crosswise, I'd cut him down like a dog. My wife, Anna, has 20 winters behind her, though she'd never admit it. Neither, damn it! I think I'd know my own child. Next. It only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. No, it's no threat. I'll spell it out for you. I know who you're looking for. No, that's an entirely different story. No, not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. No one. It was like this one. Show that to those pricks at the crossing and they'll let you pass. No. Why would we? None. None worth mentioning. Worthless little pricks and angry peasants is all. None would dare raise a finger against my family. Not one fucking man here who knows how to celebrate. Now, where'd I put the bloody vodka? Now listen, this is how it was. Now what did I last... Oh, damn it. I might have spilled it. I told you I was good and marinated that night. What does it matter? Stench of wine in plenty of corn around the castle. Oh, how we danced, how we twirled, ha ha ha! Oh, I've heard folk speak of them, but thought it naught but tales to scare the children with. Oh, fuck. Oh, you wouldn't know a good tale from a runny fart. Aye, not as clever as I suspected you'd be. On my mother's grave, Do something! On with it! I'll not wait till they devour us. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hey! One of the lads, must be. Lushes, one and all. One thing. You do well to behave this time. Remember, I've still to decide what to do with you. Oh. Quiet now. Our bedchamber. Tamara's room is there. Papa, is that Dear's wump on the other side of the wall? You see it there? What's a trophy? Pest take me! It's writhing something fierce! I can't hold it! Calm it somehow! Let's show this bastard what we're worth! Ploughing gon' do lally, Witcher. Ploughing hell, why'd you not say so forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her? Ploughing swamp. Pox-ridden air promotes brain rot in the peasants. Precisely that. I awoke one morn to find them gone. Prepare now. Will you shine your boots or trim your nails? Remember you owe me. Butchered some of my better men. Said some beasts from the woods attacked her before she could reach the village. Saw a deer trophy on a wall once. Do you know what she asked? Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for? See no reason to make things harder for you. You seek your child, this letter will help. See that? Not nearly as haggard as you think me. See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Sent men out right away. But they're not suited to it. It's one thing to rip up floorboards in search of a peasant's last sack of grain. Finding a living person, they just don't know how. She always knew how to spark my ire. She mounted and rode off. It grew awfully empty without her. She screamed like a madwoman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. She showed up some time ago, exhausted, wounded, and stinking like a soaked hound after a hard hunt. She was 4, perhaps 5 winters old. We were in Vizima on market day, and she saw the sorceress, Triss Merigold. Insisted she must have a doll just like her. She was looking for a sorceress, and all of them are in Novigrad. Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy. I gave her a letter of safe conduct. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me. She's dying. She's fed here. A roof over a warm corner she calls her own. She wants for nothing. She's my wife. She'll return home with me. You're welcome to come with us if you wish. She's not to return. But I've prepared all for her. Her rooms await. I sent away for new pantoblas from Toussaint. How can she not come back? She's not well, raving. Doesn't rightly know what's happening. She's sick, weakened. Where would you take her in this state? Oxenfurt? It would mean her death. Shh. Eat now. We'll speak once you've rested. Shit! Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned villain. So, stew any good? So, Witcher, how do you like my court jester? So I grabbed his hand, looked him in the eyes, and asked, "What's your name?" Gave me this damned foolish look and stammered, "Oh, Uma?" And it stuck. So I ordered my men to watch her and left her to rest. Sod off, you arseholisk! Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never. Someone loses their way round here, he becomes damn hard to find. Soon after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sidaris. A warlord had risen against King Ethan, and Foltest sent help. Speak, damn it! Squirming again? Like a daft eel? I cannot hold it! Tamara, you stand with their kind now. Perhaps you'd have them torture and hang your own father. Tamara, dear daughter, you return after all. Tamara, my daughter, turned 19 in the spring. Slender lass, about yay tall, comes up to my shoulders. Thank you. And know that I hope you find your Ciri. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, a little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. That it does. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, were he still among the living. That sharpness. What's your tone, Witcher? That is not my child. Can't be. That's another story. That's the spirit. We'll work well together. I can see that already. The day dawns. The horse is mine. The horses? Why, I'm prepared to forgive you the drubbing you gave those pricks at the crossroads. The sight of her always calmed me. The wild hunt. Pursuing you. The Witcher here's gonna take Uma. No one's to get in his way. The world might seem black and white to you witchers, but for us common folk, it's shades of grey. As is my family's story. Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her. There's a lad, about as reasonable as an old mare, but he plays a devilish hand. In fact, I don't rightly know that you're ready for him. They told us not to shoot. I scaled the wall and gazed down on the fields to see 200 ballistas thundering. They vanished after the new moon, as if whisked away by shadows. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her. Think of it as searching for your own daughter. Ought to go quickly, then. This place? What do you mean? They wanted for nothing here. Pheasant for dinner? Not a problem. Blue ribbons from Toussaint? Say the word. This way. Those who remained wandered north. Others, deserters or merely broken men, joined us. We were a snowball rolling down a slope. By the time we reached Crow's Perch, I commanded a sizable force. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, but Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. 3 times I asked those bastards if they'd seen anything, heard anything. Nothing, not a one of them. Threw it away. Oh, gods, I hoped, despite all. Oh, through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. Till then, he'll be safe here, because I don't imagine you know how to drag him around with you. To the matter at hand. I'm Philip Strenger, though the blobtits round here call me the Bloody Baron. To you, nothing. Though I'll probably lose a few more men in the swamps, I'm determined to make this journey. True, but with a bit of fame and a friend here and there, well, banners and heraldry don't mean so much. Try not to make a mess. 20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Understand, damn it? One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind. But the woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my love. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead. Unnecessary. Better you bid your sword farewell. I await my reward. Unspeakably so. My legs gave out. I saw fields of corpses at Sodden. Saw witches burn in Maribor. Unusual? No. Well, not long ago, peasants came to complain that a beast had ravaged a woman by the well. Devoured another lass before her. Common occurrences in Velen. Open up, or I'll kill those brats of yours! Very well, then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp. Very well. Then let's discuss it. Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything? Wait, Witcher! When you find my daughter, will you give her this? Want that horse, don't ya? We must try. They say every legend holds a grain of truth. We wish to come to an agreement, do we not? Well, he seems more beast than man. But there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him? Well, what are you waiting for? Well, will you stand there like a knob? Find her! Well, come on! Well, ready? Well, spit it out. Where'd they go? We'll talk inside. Well, what will you say now? Next time I ask you to drink, will I see that grin again? I went to Novigrad once, to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern, and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. What? What? Oh, come on, pull the other one. How on earth could that thing be tied to your daughter? What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck death. What do you mean? What do you mean? How can that thing be tied to your city? What for? What's happened here? Some sort of blasted vendetta? What? How? What now? What of it? Even were I to attack, cut 'em down to a man, others will come soon. Black ones will flood this land, take control before long. Sure as we've all got arseholes, they will. What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back? What the bloody hell? What the fuck do you mean? What crones? What the fuck are you suggesting? What was I to do? Took it out and buried it. What was that? What will you do with that blood? What? With this? What would you have me do? Sit on my arse and wait for her return? I'll send men, go with them myself, and we will pull her out. What you did for me, I shall never forget it. Whatever you decide, we must put an end to my child's suffering. What are you staring at? Get out of here, damn clots! What's that mean? When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs gone stiff from so much bed rest. When I learned you'd slaughtered my men, I thought to have you captured and hanged. Or at least flogged. When she was a babe, my daughter loved animals. When will she come home? Where is Ardal? Where the fuck is everybody? Way! Come now, all drink with me! Which I shall do after we've spoken. Who claimed so? Who the bloody hell is this? Why don't you take some wooden rags, see what image of a grown woman you can come up with? Why the devil are there witch hunters here to start with? They didn't ride from Novigrad to hang two blob tits, did they? Why the hell do you think I'm here? To take her home? Will you at least tell me how Anna wound up in that blasted bog? Will you let me finish? Witch hunters. They hanged two, you say? With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy. With Nilfgaard advancing, the local lord had fled, abandoned the perch. Once this war's over and Nilfgaard's victorious, the Black Ones will grant me a title. All talk of a self-proclaimed baron will cease. Wolves, perhaps? Won't you stay for tea? Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours. Would you tell me to sod off? Go ahead, but then I'll tell you the same. And what'll that make us? Two helpless, empty-handed sods. Wrapped it in a clean sheet and buried it. Yes, sure. Like hell you're sorry. Yes, I knew. Yes, you lot ne'er do anything. I know you. They leave a while ago, the hunters. Yet, if you're ever in the area, by chance even, take this and just make sure she's all right. Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours, nothing is ever black and white. You, where do I know you from, eh? You dare tell me to calm down? You? You have everything? You have my word, child. You have my word. You needn't leave. You're in good company here. We'll always have a warm corner for you. You refuse to go? You still think me rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here. You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a beast, but he seems a man to me, just hideous as Ardle's shit. You wait, I'll plough and smash you. You were supposed to lift the curse. Save it, damn you, not kill it. You were to bring her back, not report on the condition she lives under. You whoreson! You win. Well, I made my bed, now I've got to lie in it. There's your card. You'll not see one fucking copper. Your sword is mine. You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife. You're a heartless bastard. You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. You're not complete shite, but you really should work on your technique. Stop by again sometime, we'll play another round. You're weak yet. You must rest. You're wind, not woman. You're wrong to avoid the topic. You've just arrived, plain to see, and the local swamps and bogs, they're interesting to say the least. You've a right to be cross. I was not the best husband, the best father, I know. You've angered it! You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian! You've learned something?